Good morning everyone, how are we doing? So today we are on our Bible story time and we've actually moved away from Joseph now and we looked at the 3 sections of him and now we're on to a baby called Moses. Okay, so we are going to learn at the moment the birth of Moses and then we're going to look into the life of Moses and actually what he did being led by God. So get comfy and let's see what's happening. So this is called the secret baby. There was a basket in the water. There was a baby in the basket. The baby's big sister was watching from the riverbank, and God was watching too. Why was the basket in the water? Why was the baby in the basket? Because the baby was a Hebrew, a great-great-great-grandson of Abraham, Isaac and Jacob. There are too many Israelites in Egypt, the king said to his soldiers. If we are not careful, there will soon be more of them than of us. So I want you to kill every Hebrew boy. Some Hebrew mothers cried, some Hebrew mothers ran. But this baby's mother was clever. She covered a basket with tar so it would not sink. She laid her baby in the basket and prayed that he would be quiet. And she hid the basket in the reeds near the riverbank and hoped no one would notice. But someone did. And not just any someone, the daughter of the king himself. She went to the river to bathe. She spotted the basket boat. She sent her servant to fetch it out. And when she looked into it, oh, what a surprise. The baby's big sister hid her eyes. She could not bear to watch. But God kept watching. He had special plans for this baby. I don't care if this baby is Hebrew, the king's daughter announced. I want to keep him. Coochie coochie coo. I shall call him Moses. But I'll need a serving woman to feed him and look after him. And that's when God nudged the baby's big sister, just enough so she'd jump up from where she'd been hiding. A serving woman, she shouted, almost before she thought. I know a serving woman who can help you. Well then, fetch her, girl, commanded the princess. And God just smiled. For now, little Moses would be raised by his own mother, taught the Hebrew ways, and be ready for that day when God would use him to set his people free. So what do we have here? Well, we have the Hebrews, and they are living in Egypt. So the Israelites, they are living in Egypt, okay? And the king doesn't like that. He doesn't like how many of them that they are becoming. So he orders his servants to kill all the baby boys to stop them becoming too many. And too many, I think probably too many soldiers because they were men. So he didn't want them to then overthrow the king. So he said, well, kill them off them. But obviously no mother wanted that for their child. And Moses' mother especially didn't want that. So she had a plan. She thought, well, if she hides the baby, then no one would be able to find it. The people that were coming to kill the babies wouldn't be able to find the baby. So she hid the baby in the basket. But actually someone did find it. And not just anyone. The king's daughter found it. But the king's daughter just wanted a baby. So if it was Hebrew, that was fine. This would be her baby. But actually God had a plan for this little baby Moses. And by nudging the big sister, it meant that the mother could still have time with her baby. So although she would now be a serving woman, which she already was, she'd be looking after her own child in the palace. And that's where we leave Moses at the moment. Now, some of you might know Moses does go on to do great things. And he does go on to save God's people. But we will learn about that later. But at the moment, we leave Moses in the palace with the king and the daughter. So we will see over the next couple of days just how much God is going to use Moses, okay, as he grows up, what he is going to do and how he is going to help his people. So let's pray. Dear God, we thank you that you look after all of us the way that you look after Moses. And that you watch over all of us. You never took your eyes off Moses and you never take your eyes off us. In your mighty name, amen. So I hope this story makes sense and we will go back to Moses tomorrow. So I'll see you then. Bye.